measured your pulse before? He won't come over. Like, he won't come on. It's all you boys. Number 30 should be like height.
Even their team said watch out.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I know China's hard doing it, but that's good. Like, he was surprised he got the free kick against the Europeans. Like, he got really good.
Yeah, working with Jack, started working with found out something and think like, yeah, don't go into the third, it's going to
I don't know, but he reminds me of Josh Kennedy with his runner. That was twinkle. Yeah, Ethan and Moses. Right? How's it go? It's not a good girlfriend, apparently. A new girlfriend. Do you need the touch? Oh, run and check with all the boys who are I'm here for later. Are you water for Lane?
Nah, me and Jay.
Juice?
That one's odd. Why did you choose it? I didn't, I just grabbed it. Just said, I'll give it a little bit. What do these do? You know what?
Maybe I just hide it. Oh gosh. What he learned last time was like, Toya, can you do my hand? I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, I learned last time. I was like, yeah. He's on top of it.
That's why. What? No. No.
Hello and welcome today to round 8 of the Tyre Power Men in Jumping Up League here in the Lower Southwest Football League. My name is Jad Gosson and today we have a great game on hand, the Southerners versus the Tigers. Having a look at today's teams, first of all the Pemberton Northcliffe Southerners, currently sitting with a 3-3 record, 4th on the ladder, so a bit of a mixed bag for them. They've played the 6 games so far. As for the Manjinup Tigers, not quite the season they would have hoped so far, sitting 7th, haven't won a game yet. They've only played 5 however, so 1 less than the Southerners because of a few buys and things like that. We'll see how they go. We see the players in their huddles. It's going to be a big game here. Definitely an opportunity for the Tigers to try and find their first victory against a team they usually do quite well against. Last year in round 6 they only lost by 20 points, so that's something for them and some consideration for them as they go into it. Quickly we'll have a look at our sponsors. Thank you to, of course, the Tyre Power for the league sponsorship. Archie's, Dartfield, Filming Footy, Classic Clashes, Custom Bow RTC, the Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, Kimberley Accommodation Group, and of course we couldn't do it without Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast partners. A big reason why we are here today. We could not do it without Taliesin Lithium. As we see the players getting in their positions, it's going to be a big start to this one, I'd say. We see the teams get in position, the shaking hands. Good to see the sportsmanship as we're about to get underway. Look out for some of the key players, of course, for these teams to get going. The 2 ruckmen there. Tyson Jacob for the Southerners. Good crowd for great country footy, and we're underway. Tap down there by Tyson. Looking to get involved quickly is James Johnson. Does well with the second efforts, he's involved again. Can't quite pick it up. Soccer kicked off the ground though by the opposite number 10, Daniel Kabasi, towards the boundary line. Stays in. Does well to keep it in. Now he's going to be tackled over the line. How's the umpire going to see it? Going to be holding the ball. Looking down the line, nothing quite on, so just has to go long. See something he likes actually, inside 50. The lead was strong, came out of nowhere. Luca Davis with a great mark and having hit the first shot of the afternoon here. Going the way of the Southerners and Luca Davis. Davis from about 40, about 50 by the time he kicks it. Had a bit of room to move. Doesn't quite make the distance, just falls short. Good punch from the behind. Great pickup there by Pinelli. They clear it out of defence. Can they find a mark on the wing? Nearly greatly done by Southerners, but good second efforts. It's going to be the Tigers who get it out. Towards his teammates there. Can't quite get to him. The pressure's good, but clean hands and composure. Back to where it came from. Hesitates a little bit, goes with the handball instead of the big kick, but does well to find some teammates. His teammates are running for him. Can't quite mark it. Under pressure. Great smother. Only as far as Thompson, the captain. And getting back involved with Kabasi, Daniel. A few Kabasis out there today. Jack Omode, another last name that has a few of them out there. Great kick, good mark, not quite taken actually. Well, didn't give away a free kick either, so great defending and is not afraid to rush it behind. The first score of the game going the way of the Southerners, just the one behind. Good composure there from the defender. Could have panicked but didn't and just found a way just to make sure they don't get the big 6 points. Kicks it out wide. Has player on to help him out. It's going to be Jesse Edwards. Finding his teammate in Johnson, Jared. Through the middle of the ground. Right in the centre. Great kicking by the Tigers. Needs to mark this one. Bit of a juggle, but gets it. Thomas Quaife. Kicks it to the danger zone. 1-on-1. Great mark in front. Used his body well. Got his hands up early. Kept his positioning. Takes a beautiful mark just straight in front for Liam Edwards. Three goals last time these two teams played in round 13 last year. Coming in now for a great start for the Tigers. Gets it. And Liam Edwards, with just the start the Tigers needed. As I mentioned, struggling this season, unfortunately for them, 0-5 record, but come out here, defended well early, and with the first goal of the afternoon as well, thanks to Liam Edwards. 3 goals last time he played the Southerners round 13, 2 goals the time before that, so 5 goals in the last 2 matches against these two teams, and been in the best players in one of those occasions, so definitely likes this opposition and started off strong. Back underway in the middle, tapped down again by Jacob. The umpire sees something he doesn't like. It's going to be a free kick given away by one of the midfielders. Going the way of Seaton Thompson, the captain here. The kick cut off there by the Tigers, not quite marked, but has teammates to help. Good pressure. Has to go backwards to go forwards with a handball. And now the big kick comes towards the goal square. Good defending again, just couldn't do anything about that one. It's going to be rushed bit just over the line, so it's going to be a boundary throw in a dangerous position there for the Southerners. Can they get the kick away here? Snapped, smothered, and now the Tigers are trying to scramble it out of defence. They do well. Good job there by Jared Johnson, but he does get caught holding the ball. Maybe a little bit stiff there. He did very well, but not too much complaints. The umpire was in a good position. And now it's going to be the Southerners with their kick by Kai Jasper. He's going to kick it from outside 50. Is he going to have a shot? No, he passes it off instead to the goal square. Big fly. Great mark. Strong mark. Thought about having a shot, but thought he was a little bit too out. Knew his limitations and knew his teammates' skills just to find that pass. Very nicely done, and gets it straight to his teammate there. He has a shot. Great goal. The first one for the Southerners. I'm trying to find out who that is. I don't have a number 17 on my team sheet, so maybe a bit of a swap Guernsey late, but great goal nonetheless. Caelan Sprigg. Late change to the numbers on the website. Caelan Sprigg with the first goal for the Southerners. So well done to him and good response. Back underway. Tap down again. This time the clearance comes from the Southerners. They've done well in this area so far. Trying to keep his feet. Spins around, takes a little bit too long. Gets caught holding the ball. Great tackle. Now Zach Johnson, the vice captain, looking for the switch. Does well. Has teammates helping him. Hodgetts just drops the mark, but still alive. For Quaife. He goes forward now towards the 50-metre line. No one there in particular, trying to get some territory. Cut off by Jack Omaday. Nicely worked out of defence with some chipped kicking. Just chips it again towards the wing. Nicely collected. Great tackle. Strong tackle over the line.
Good, Will.
Very tough, that one. I like that. By Joseph Parker.
He's going to have to keep running. Run him around.
Very shallow throw in. Almost at chest height of the ruckman. But they do well. Ben Kabasi kicks it forward. Can they make a mark? Daniel Kabasi. For one Kabasi to another. There is a lot of them out there, so it's probably going to happen more often than not. And now it's going to be Daniel kicking it back to that guy who just kicked the goal a little bit earlier, Khaled Sprigg. Again, great ball, great movement by him just to run into space and take a nice leading mark for the big full forward. Now Sprigg with a good left kick, just like we saw him this time. Really wide, kept going wide all the way out to out on the full, no, just to behind actually. They go through the middle of the ground, a bit risky sometimes, but when they have skills like that, it pays off. That kick, however, not really finding a target. Play on for everyone now. Towards the boundary line, nicely picked up by Braden Wilson. Not afraid to kick it into territory, tries to keep it in. Oh, just out. We had a good angle on that one. And it's going to be a boundary throw in the Tigers forward 50. The ball live now in the forward line. The Southerners are going to have to be good to get it out of there. Another stoppage. This time it's going to be a ball up. The umpire bowls it up. Defense a little bit unnumbered in this situation. Great tackle, holding the ball. Not quite. The umpire has to come and sort it out. Didn't have enough time of it, said the umpire, so he's going to have to throw it up. Tapped over the top by Quaif, who's doing the forward line ruckman. Does go out this time to Thompson, who has the ball. Last possession rule. Through the middle, dangerous kick, risky kick. Just gives away the free kick. A little bit too keen to cut off that risky kick. Oscar Omadei comes back towards him. Bit of a 1-2. Now to Ben Kabasi. He goes down the line. Just punched from behind again. Brandon Wilson having a good game. And just does very well there just to punch it out of trouble. Nearly 11 minutes played in the first quarter here at Pemberton Oval. 1 goal each, just the 2 points, the margin so far in this one. Tayton Smith wins a free kick. Extra 25 as well. Was it a 50? 50-metre penalty for Tayton Smith. He's going to run all the way to the 50-metre line. Plays on quickly to see something he likes. And just sets it up nicely for his teammate, Jack Omadei. A little bit undisciplined now. Don't exactly know what the 50 metres was for, but the Tigers, when you haven't won a game yet and you've started well, you want to just be disciplined at least, and at that occasion they could not be. Hopefully for them it doesn't cost them a goal, but if Jack Omadei has anything to say with it, it will. He likes it off the boot. Just a bit skinny, just a behind. So luckily for the Tigers, don't get punished for that ill discipline, but they will have to be better from there. They go out to Jad Edwards. He's under trouble immediately, so does well to handball it to some teammates who see something he likes. Long kick. Just cut off by the defence. Jackie Ridley. Straight through the middle of the ground. I like the Southerners when they do get their ball in the back half. They've been chipping it and finding targets forward. Not afraid to go through the corridor either. And because of that, they find themselves in positions like this. It is going to be the umpire bowling it up now. In the forward line again of the Southerners. Nick Sarcesso with that one. Sarcero. Sorry, I should say, with the tackle to cause that stoppage. It's alive now. Again, nearly for the Southerners trying to find a chip kick or trying to find a snap kick forward. Gets caught holding the ball. So the Tigers again, they've been good in defence. They're tackling well. They're spoiling it in the right moments. Over the top of everyone that kick to nobody in particular, but they do well again, the Tigers, to run hard and find a bit of room. It's going to come the other way though, through Seaton Thompson, the captain. Ben Kabassi now. He's had a ton of it. And the Tigers just trying to run it out of there. Gets caught. It is going to be holding the ball a little bit too keen there. Maybe should have just not taken the tackle on, but he wanted to get free. And that kick is good, but the mark is even better. Read it the whole way. Kept his eyes on the ball. Used his body well just to stop the defender from getting a touch to it. It's going to be Jack Kabassi. Jack Kabassi to have the shot on goal. The kick never looked like really hitting the target, let alone the pointers or the goals. Just as soon as he kicked it, went straight off the side of his boot for it out on the full. No score added to the scoreboard, thanks to Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast partner. The go out wide, the Tigers. They're looking to go through the go on the wing. It's going to be out of bounds. Tackle comes from behind, right on the line. It's not going to be out, so it's going to be the umpire to bowl it up, right on the boundary line there. The Tigers wanted to hold the ball, but it was not to be.
Jack, you got one more on your mate?
Another repeat stoppage. The umpire now bowls it up. Both ruckman 50-50. Good smother there by the Tigers. He's going to try and bring it out of there. Through Sprigg, the goal scorer. Getting involved with the tackle. Nicely picked up there by Jesse Edwards. Spins around, goes backwards, go forward. And now through Pinelli. Through the middle of the ground. Nice chipping passes by the Tigers. I like what I'm seeing here. Into the forward line. Can they find a mark? Not quite, but the ball's still alive in a dangerous position. The tackling is good. There by Adam Edwards. It's going to come over the top. They're going to have a shot at goal. Dribbles through. And it is going to be a goal. So nicely done there by the Tigers. Thomas Quaife with that goal. He really tried hard for that effort. Didn't give up on that. Followed it through. Kept the pressure on the defence. Found a way just to get his hands to it. And dribbles it through for the second goal of the game for the Tigers. The ruckman go out again, tap down. Now the clearance from the Tigers. Oh, smothered. Unfortunately for them, their first real clearance nearly, but it was not to be. But the Tigers haven't won a game yet all season, but they're impressing me in this first quarter here at Pemberton Oval. Really showing their worth, showing that they are a team that can find a win here. Still early days, of course, but couldn't be too much more impressed with them, the way they defended and the way they've just took their opportunities when they go inside 50. Right on the edge of the 50 now, the Tigers attack. Cleared away from the Southerners' defence. Trying to pick it up here, Joshua Soroka. The kick comes, inbound. It was a good idea, it was cut off though by Jared Johnson. And it's going to be Connor Edwards running onto this one, but he's got pressure from the Tigers. He does well though just to get some territory, still alive. Who can pick clean here, who can pick it up? The Tigers do well, he's still under pressure. Pushing the back, the umpire sees it that way. You can see it from here. And it is going to be a free kick to the Tigers. Onto the wing. Adrian Hodgetts. See something you like, just miskicks it. Shanks it off the boot, unfortunately, for him, and it's going to be overturned. Luca Davis. Long kick. Can't quite take the mark. Again, the defence have to be strong here of the Tigers. There, he's wrapped up, he's tackled, but it's better than conceding a mark, where the umpire will come in and throw it up. High kick by the Southerners into a dangerous position. No mark taken. The ball's still alive, but not for long. It's going to be wrapped up again. The umpire got some work to do today. It's a few stoppages, but it's still been a good quality game of football. 20 minutes played in the first quarter. Clearance comes from the Tigers towards the boundary line. It's going to be a last possession rule. As Saro will bring it back in. Take a long run up. Could be thinking about having a shot here. He's going to be from about 55. He's not going to make the distance, but it's still alive. Can they find a quick snap? Looking for the kick away, but the defense rushes it behind. Another behind for the Southerners. We'll keep an eye on to see if this becomes a bit of a pattern, but so far they've got 1-4.
Work, Barnes! Go! Barnes, go!
They're going backwards, the Tigers, but they're a bit risky sometimes, but finds a teammate. Again, just playing along that boundary line and runs out of room. Just runs out of room there on the outer side. Joseph Parkinson, big kick forward. Tries to find a mark, he does. Spins around quickly, plays on. Is he going to have a shot? Great kick. Straight, just to the left. Looked good off the boot. Just drifted to the left. It will be the first behind of the game for the Tigers, extending their lead to 3 points in this first quarter. thanks to Taliesin Lithium, the major broadcast partners here today. 1-4-10 plays 2-1-13. Southerners work it well along the wing. This chipping and marking short kicks has worked really well for them to find teammates as they progress up the field. A few times this has worked. This kick here has been a little bit of trouble to them, but this time, I say no mistake, but he does. He drops it. Still has time to move. Ben Kabassi gets around one. Now the snap comes. And the full hits the out on the full post. So yeah, that final kick inside 50 is the one where it's just costing him a little bit. Oh, it's going to be a free kick actually. Didn't see that. So off the ball. I think he got taken out after he kicked it. So Ben Kabassi will get another shot from a very similar angle, this time not on the run. 10 goals last time he versed the Tigers in round 13 last year. They won that one by 57. The kick coming now, just rushed behind. So Kabassi definitely knows how to find the goals. Their highest goal scorer this season so far with 21, including 10, well, not including, but 10 last year against the Tigers in one game. But another behind, 1-5 for the Southerners. Again, we'll keep an eye on if that becomes a pattern. It definitely could as we progress throughout this match, and the Tigers won't be upset with that. They'll have another chance here if they can find a mark. It's a bit of a 2-on-1. Struggles it a bit, but takes the mark eventually, and it was well done by him. By Brody Williams. Does well. It was a bit of a 2-on-1 situation for the Tigers defence. But this is the part that's been a little bit tricky for them early doors here. The finishing. Can he finish this goal? He likes it. He's celebrating immediately. It is a goal. So Brody Williams gets his first and kicks the Southerners back in front. 2-5-17 plays 2-1-13. And Brody Williams, I love that. As soon as he kicked it, had his arms in the air, fist pumping. He liked it, and why not when you kick a great goal here at your home deck in front of your home fans. A good crowd in, you see the cars in the background. That's why we love country footy. Gets involved, the whole community gets involved, sits in the back of the cars and just watch a good game of footy. Tapped down again by the big ruckman, Jacob. They go forward 50. The defence has to be clean. Does well there by Sprigg. Can't quite find a teammate, but they got the numbers. The handballing's crisp. The right foot snap to nobody in particular, just kicks it to a dangerous position, but nicely cut off there by Joseph Parkinson, who looks for the switch to Soroka. Finds another teammate in Burford. Back to him. Through the middle of the ground, beautifully kicked to Joseph Parker again. And now Quaife. Out wide. Great mark taken, Jesse Edwards. Another nice kick. Jared Johnson. Inside 50, a little bit low for his attacking teammates. It's going to be picked up cleanly. Liam Edwards, the captain. He's still getting involved. Now the snap with the left. Over the top of everyone, but sitting in the goalkeeper spot, I say. Right on the last line defence. And there goes the siren. So first quarter is finished. 2-5-17 plays 2-1-13 here at Pemberton Oval. First quarter done thanks to Taliesin Lithium. We'll be back after a quick short break.
that's why I tipped them. Don't lose that lead.
Welcome back here to Pemberton Oval for the second quarter between the Southerners and the Tigers. 2-5-17 plays 2-1-13. Quickly to run you through our major sponsor once again, Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast sponsor. A little bit about them before we get underway. Headquarters in Perth, they are a leading global lithium production since 1983. Have a rich history dating back to the discovery of tin in 1888. Proud and local global transition to clean energy. They support the global transition to clean energy and equally proud of its contribution to Australia's economy and communities. They are the naming rights sponsor, of course, for the broadcast and a very great sponsor to have as we get back underway here. Looking over to get it forward once again. Not quite to be. Snapped around the corner. The Southerners find themselves winning, but only by 4 points. The coach, of course, player coach Alex Kabasi, would have had a good word with them because they are sitting 3-3. They've won 3 games this season. They're looking to win 4 against a team sitting on the bottom of the ladder, and they haven't started the best. They are winning, but I think he would have hoped by more. As for the Tigers, they had a really good first quarter. They defended well, they attacked well, and if they just got to do more of the same, they had the lead for most of that first quarter, so more of the same and will definitely go a long way to helping them get the victory. A great tackle, and now it's on. Bit of push and shove. It's like we get. It's always not too bad to see as long as it's done in competitive fashion. It's going to be holding the ball though. The kick risky. Gets bumped after he kicks her, but fairly, says the umpire, or just enough, says Seaton Thompson, who plays on. Almost runs into trouble, has to just handball it to anyone. Gets slinged after he handballs it away. He's not happy, the Tigers player, but Seaton is. He gets another chance to make the most of it. This time he just bangs it along into the forward line, into the danger zone. The left foot. Missed. The locals thought he had it, but not quite there for Sprague. Looking for his second, but I like that from Seaton Thompson. You know, he's a captain, he's a leader out there. Maybe a little bit of a mistake with the handball instead of the kick. Gets fortunate, gets a free kick, and this time just learns from his lesson and just goes bang with a massive kick, which nearly resulted in a goal for his team. Burford with a kick in. Long high kick by the Tigers. Great mark, not to be. Play on. And now that it gets back to him, he snaps around the corner. Edwards, Jed. Seaton again. Seaton Thompson gets caught on the ball this time, but never shrugs the tackle. Goes forward, looking for a mark. Great mark. Reese Edwards, one of the co-captains. Good kick forward, just falls short of the attacker Liam Edwards. Still alive, great tackle, not on the ball, play on. Still alive here, the Tigers got numbers. Can they try and make something of this one? Trying to lock them in their 50. The composure is good by the Southerners to just find a way out, finding a mark. And again, Seaton Thompson getting involved. Last time he had the ball in the forward line, this time he gets it in defence, does Thompson, so definitely working hard up and down the ground, the captain. Through the middle. Cut off by Pinelli. Being in their best 3 out of the 5 games is Pinelli, so definitely a key player here for the Tigers. The kick now from the Tigers finds Liam Edwards. Quickly plays on over the top. Couldn't quite take the mark. Was Quaife. got a goal in the first quarter. Nearly had a chance there to have a second shot at it if he could take the mark, but it's going to be wrapped up.
Luca. Swap. Cal.
Quaife doing the ruck work. But the defence do well to run it out. Cut off nicely again by Pinelli. The reverse of the commentator's curse. Said he's been playing well, and then he gets involved again and does something good. Usually it's the opposite. The quick kick forward, and the Tigers take a mark inside 50, almost out of nowhere. Just progressed it forward, kicks it in there, and takes a great mark. Adam Edwards. Coming in now, is going to kick it from about 40. Could have went a little bit more forward, but doesn't need the extra distance. Great goal there by Adam Edwards. And takes the lead again for the Tigers, only by 1 point because of the behinds to the Southerners, but 3-1 puts them 1 point in the lead. 5 minutes played in the second quarter. The longer this game goes, the more times that they can find themselves in this game, in the lead for this game. The managing up Tigers, they're going to be growing in confidence and looking for their first win of the season. Had a bye last week where the Southerners did not, so that could come into account as the game progresses as well. Just the fitness aspect of it comes into play. Round 8, so they've played a good 2 months of footy. As the Tigers look for their first win in the Tyre Power managing up the league. But the Southerners, of course, won't be happy with that. They're going to be all out. They do well to get it forward. Trying to get it out of there. Ben Kabassi. Instead he handballs it to a teammate with a big left foot. Great mark. Luca Davis. Saw him take a mark earlier in this game in the first 30 seconds, I'd say, of the game almost. Right in the first few minutes. And it was another strong mark now. This kick's going to be a bit more trickier. I think it's about 30 metres out, right on the boundary line. Plays on a little bit just to get a bit of a better angle. The kick coming in nicely. Just a point. Just a point. He's celebrating. The crowd's celebrating. But the umpire in better position said it's just the 1 point. So it's going to be another behind out of their total. High-fiving teammates. Only got it behind, unfortunately for him. 2-7-19 plays 3-1-19. Just the extra goal for the Tigers, but the scores are level due to the behinds. They've got to make the most of their chances. Here's another shot, another inside 50. Can't quite collect it. Still on here if they could be clean. The Tigers have a few numbers, but the smother's nice from the attack. Backwards to go forward, and now the big left foot. Into the forward line, right into the goal square. Luca Davis with the great mark once again. He's really good at marking. Had 2 shots, missed both, but this one should be gettable right in front. And he does get the goal. So Luca Davis gets rewarded for all his efforts, for all his great marks. And gets the third of the afternoon for the Southerners, putting him 6 points up in the second quarter. We talked about the Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast partners. Quickly, I'll run through the other sponsors because we can't do it without them. Archie's, Dartfish, Filming Footy, Classic Clashes, Costanbow RTC, Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, and Kimberley Accommodation Group. Tapped down by the Southerners. One hand gather by Thompson. Wrapped up immediately. Looking for the clearance. The kick comes now. Plays on quickly. Thompson with the right. Sees something he likes. Luca Davis is there. Has another shot at goal. This one's going to be a tight angle. And just a bit too short. A bit too skinny, I should say. And it is a behind. But Davis very dangerous up forward. Tall player, but picked it up nicely there and had a shot on the run, so definitely can do it all. It's one to watch for the Tigers defence if he gets going.
Come on, boys, gonna get tight.
Tigers do well to bring it out of defence through Soroka. Great kick. Thinks about the Specky, just falls a bit short of that. Ben Kabassi gets involved. Great tackle, run down tackle. Nick Sarcero. Not holding the ball, but still a great tackle. As we see Joseph Parkinson just grabbing his fingers there, maybe bent one out of shape. We'll keep an eye on that, he's been key for them.
Come.
Jed Edwards in the rock. Oh, it's going to be another stoppage, but the tackle is a bit too dangerous. He hits his head on the ground. It's going to be a free kick. Looking a little bit wobbly. Hopefully he's okay there. Looks to be good to take the free kick, Callan Sprigg. But again, just unlucky for the Tigers. They locked it in there for another stoppage, but gives away the free kick after the whistle's blown up, basically. So play on. And now the inside 50 takes a bounce. Looking for the snap. It's going to be, again, Luca Davis. Again with a great finish. He's on fire in his second quarter. His second has taken 2 great marks and now has his second goal for the quarter. This one for the big tall player. A good snap from about 30 out.
Cal, you need to come off. Luca, push up forward. Cal, yeah, full forward. Luca, push up half forward.
Can hear the bench just organising his forward line. Wants Luca to come up a bit. Wants Sprigg to go more deeper. As we see that in action. Sprigg coming off his line, but it was cut off there nicely by Nick Sarcero. Saw him take a great tackle earlier. Now he has a chance to get a goal of his own. Doesn't waste any time. Comes straight in with the left. He likes it. Great goal. They're third for the quarter, so they've definitely been hitting the target more in this second quarter compared to the behinds. It's actually even. 3 goals, 3 behinds this quarter, so the Southerners still peppering the goals, and now they are hitting the big 6 more often, causing them to have this lead. 5-8-38, plays 3-1-19. 12.5 minutes played in this second quarter. Another clearance coming from the Southerners. They do well to work it to the wing. Takes the mark or the free kick. Either way, he's going to have the ball. Cody Jasper. Big kick forward. No mark taken. The defence are in trouble. They've got the numbers. The Southerners. Handballs are backwards. Snap coming around. Comes around too much. Just the one behind. From Thompson there. Connor Edwards finding his teammate Jed Edwards. Six Edwards from my count are out there, so it's going to be a lot of Edwards getting possessions, you'd think. Same on the other team with the Kabassis and the Omades. The snap, left foot, oh, just a little bit wide, just another behind. Seven Edwards, I believe, so 7 Edwards. for Johnsons.
Yeah, good cover, Oscar.
Good community club here,
Coming, you seats coming.
of course.
Nice.
The Tigers
Nice.
and the Southerners.
Gonna be at his feet.
Family club. Good kick forward. Plays on quickly. And now with the left, Liam Edwards, a captain. Good mark. Quaife plays on quickly. It's just punched out. It's going to be, I think, a free kick. A bit too keen to get to the ball there. Was the attack. It's going to be the defender winning a free kick. Looking for the switch. Taj Barnsby to Jack Omaday. Through the middle of the ground. In a dangerous position to turn it over. They don't want to turn it over here. Don't quite find the mark they're needing to relieve the pressure. It's still alive. The tackles are strong. The Tigers have about 3-on-1 with the tackling. Causes a stoppage right in the middle of the ground. Spinning out of trouble. Kicks it forward to nobody in particular. Takes a few bounces before it reaches anyone. But it's still alive for the Tigers. Handballs it backwards to go forwards. And now it's going to be Quaife. But nicely cut off by the defence. The Tigers trying to lock him inside their 50. But the Southerners are finding their targets with their kicks. And it's getting it in the hands of the people who are good ball users like Thompson. Helps with that a lot. Cody Jasper
At his feet, at his feet.
finding a mark. Good mark. He plays on quickly with a handball to Thompson. Kicks it forward. Bounces a bit too short. Back underway with a boundary throw in. And a big tackle. Again over the boundary line.
Swap with Jack with that go. Jack, you both on your toes, on your toes.
Big tackle again. A repeat stoppage. I think that's the second or third stoppage in a row, including the boundary throw in. So just a bit low as we reach the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. Ben Kabasi there with some fancy footwork. Has to handball it backwards to help his teammates.
Yeah, code. Code. Alright, code, all done. Don't worry about it.
Oh, a bit of a push and shove here. A few players not happy with something they saw. Tigers forced to play on. Just dropped the mark. The big tackle from behind. How's the umpire going to see it? Push in the back? Yes, they're pushing the back. Oh, he saw it coming off after that push in the back. Hopefully he's okay. Keep an eye on that. Connor Brown coming off with the soreness, but it's going to come the other way through Jack Omaday. Play on now, inside the forward line, good kick, over the top of everyone. Will it find a mark? No, it just dribbles out for, it's going to be a boundary throw in, it looks like. A boundary throw in a very dangerous position, however. They have a chance here to find a quick snap at goal, find a teammate with a quick kick or a quick handball. The Tigers are going to have to be good here for the defence. They've been good most of the game. Again, they get the numbers back. They've got good fitness levels. It makes its way towards the 50-metre line. Eventually the umpire has to come in and sort it out. Kept it playing a little bit long there, the umpire. Thought they could find a way out, but was not to be. Southerners looking for another inside 50 here, but again, great pressure from the Tigers. Now the inside 50 comes through a big kick, but the Tigers had enough pressure on it that they really could not do anything about it. Great mark and gets pushed afterwards. It's going to be a 50-metre penalty. Going the way of Liam Edwards, one of the co-captains for the Tigers. He plays on quickly, gets a massive kick inside the forward line. Looking for a mark. No mark. Play on. Good pressure by the Tigers. Not letting the other team out easily through their defence. But eventually they do get the forward ball. They do find a mark. And now the counter-attack's on. Oh, a little bit of a fumble. Does well with the don't argue. Peyton Smith. And now we find the target of Ben Kabassi. Very well done. Well done by Smith there to push off the tackling players and find a teammate in Ben Kabassi. As I mentioned, top goal scorer for them this year with 21 goals. 10 goals the last time they played each other in round 13 last season, 2024. And also 3 goals, I should say, last game they played against Bridgetown. The big kick. Oh, just wide. Looked like it was going for a goal, but was not to be. Still goalless Ben Kabassi, so that's a bit of a win for the Tigers, but they want to get some goals themselves. 5-11-41 plays 3-1-19. Jed Edwards down the wing, too wide. Wanting a last possession rule. Instead, the umpire will do the boundary throw-in. 23 minutes played as the Southerners take a good lead as we approach the half-time siren. Got hit in the face. Hopefully nothing too malicious there. Looked like a bit of a push to the chest and got him a bit high. Hopefully that's all it was. Bit slow to get up. The big ruckman Tyson Jacob, but he's up now, has the ball in his hand, so that's good to see. And no cards or anything, so just a mistake, I believe, and finds a target. Probably not too long left, so they'll want to hurry up if they wanted to get a final goal before the halftime whistle. Halftime siren. Finds Oscar Amadei. Another Jack Amadei. Over the top to Seaton Thompson, the captain. Thinks about the quick pass, instead takes his time. Now sees something he likes. Just drops it is Ben Kabassi. The snapped just out, goes out of full. Goes out of bounds, not in the full, so it's going to be brought back in through a throw. Good tackling there by the attack, just keeping it locked into their forward line. Always a good thing to do, just leave it in there as long as you can, especially when there's only a few minutes left on the clock. Can they find a final goal before the halftime siren? Going backwards to Nick Sarcero. Good kick. Just wide again, so another behind. Definitely collecting the behinds here for the Southerners. 5-13, I believe, should be, or maybe 5-12-42 plays 3-1-19. So 5-12, they kicked 7 behinds this quarter. Of course, a few rush behinds, but still 7 behinds this quarter to go with their 3 goals. Even if half of them were goals, this game would probably be done, but keeping the Tigers in it as we approach half time. The kick forward now, mark taken by Thompson. They'll have a final shot here, the Pemberton Northcliffe Southerners. Just couldn't get that one. As we see here the coach saying, we're counting on this goal, we want this goal. It's good mentality to have as Seaton Thompson comes in now. Looking for a captain's goal. Can he get it? He likes it and the crowd likes it. So that tells you everything you need to know. First goal for him and a good goal for his team. A captain's goal for Seaton Thompson. Six 12-48 plays 3-1-19. Thanks to Taliesin Lithium, a major broadcast sponsor. Umpire restarts it. Again, Thompson getting involved. Great tackle. Comes in to sort it out for a repeat throw. Basically in the same position. In the center circle. Tigers would want to get the next one. Looking for a clearance. Just can't take it up the field. It's going to be brought back for another stoppage. Thompson with the clearance. He's probably been best on in this first half. He's been everywhere. Collected a goal as well. And now the Tigers going the other way. And there's a siren to signal half time. 6-12-48 plays 3-1-19 as we are at the half time. Thanks again to Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast partner. We'll be back after a short break with the second half from Pemberton Oval.
there's a clearance to flood it up again.
Yeah, but you've got to take concussion shots. You and your and it comes back on us. Are you bleeding? On your chin?
Oh yeah.
I get cuts. I know where it can come from, but it comes back on us at the end of the day as well. That is thumbs up for you, right?
Yeah.
Just get that fast foot, something like that.
I didn't know I was bleeding.
Yeah. That's a good way, just use it. And there you go. One out, you're off. Yo. Yeah, pretty much. But that's what I was saying, like, you have to take you guys. Yeah. I know. At least it's 30 minutes, you could take out the game. So the whole game, 30 minutes. I get what you need. Half an hour and could be up.
How many's that?
So how long have you been out? You've already done
What award you trying to
on
get?
at the end of it. And then it won't. Who's doing rock? Who's doing rock?
So more minutes.
Luca and Sam Darcy's in there.
No,
Sam Darcy and Luca's in there.
Matt can't take it.
I'll say
Two.
yeah, it'll be a lot of adrenaline as well, but yeah, keep an eye on it. Yeah. Good. You up, mate?
Who's in rock? Alex?
Pretty tough. I might go get a few boots. It's fucking cool. Oh, all over. YouTube. It's YouTube.
Oscar! Oscar! You and Will swap! Sorry, who?
Welcome back to the third quarter here of the Tyre Power Managing Up League, the Lower South West Football League. We've got the Southerners versus the Tigers, 6-12-48, plays 3-1-19. Thanks to all our sponsors, Archie's, Dartfish, Filming Footy, Classic Clashes, Custom by RTC, Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, Kimberley Accommodation Group, and of course, Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast partner. 29 points to the way of the Southerners at half-time after only leading by 4 points at quarter time. So a big quarter, 4 goals to 1. But it's the behinds which really shocked me. 7 behind, so 4 goals, 7 that quarter. The Southerners could have been more ahead. So the Tigers will take that into account. They'll be up for it. They're hoping to get a few goals just to work their way back into this match because they're still in it thanks to those behinds. Good tapped over by Luca Davis. Saw him kick 2 great goals in that second quarter, helping out in the ruck now. As the Tigers make it out of their defence, Connor Brown gets caught high. Progressing it over the wing. Davis gets involved again. And now comes the other way. No mark taken. Again, good work from the defence, composed. Not panicking. Firing it away out. It's going to be a free kick, I believe, coming back. Wanted the advantage, but could not take it. Was Hodgetts. Finds a teammate. The inside 50 now. Good mark. Strong mark there. Adam Edwards. Read the flight of the ball well, just stood under it. And he's going to try and kick his second for the afternoon. And a much needed goal for the Tigers. They need to get the first goal of this match at least, if not more than that. So this will go along with a helping. Straight in front. Kick coming in now. He likes it. Good goal. Adam Edwards with his second. And the Tigers, they're not out of it yet. Reduced the margin. Two minutes played in this third quarter. It's 6-12-48. Plays 4-1-25 at Pemberton Oval. The Tigers looking for their first win of the season. Still a bit of work to do, obviously, in this one, but good start in this third quarter. Looking for another clearance. The Tigers picked up very cleanly. The inside 50, straight from the clearance. Good tackle. Play on. The kick. The celebration. Another goal, Braden Wilson. 2 goals in a minute for the Tigers. And from a 29 points down at half time, now only the 17 points. A big turnaround in these early few minutes of the third quarter. Getting a bit of momentum now. As a look for another clearance. Beautifully done. Beautifully worked by the midfield group. Long kick inside the forward line. Doesn't quite find a target. Cut off by Oscar Omade, who just wants to calm it down for a little bit. 50-metre penalty. Not sure exactly what that was for, but might have encroached a bit too close. Wasn't quite happy with the decision, Adam Edwards, but the kick's going to come now from 50 metres more up the field. Good taken mark, play on. Plays on quickly, now the soccer kick. Spins around. Tayton Smith, he's been good. Looking for a target, just couldn't find a mark. It's going to be a free kick. Unfairly contested that one, said the umpire, so it will be a free kick gone the way of the Southerners, just to have a shot at goal and calm the momentum, calm the nerves. As the rain begins, but the kick is going to come through Sprigg with the left foot, suits him with this angle. Not to be. Another behind. Connor Brown. Didn't call him much early, but he's been better in the second and now the third. As the rain starts here at Pemberton Oval. A few stoppages in a row now. The Tigers wanting to play fast, want to keep the momentum up. Lucky for them not to concede a bit earlier, but Southerners trying to have a go again. The defence too good on that occasion. Short chip forward. And now another kick. Good kick, just couldn't mark it, but he got players there. Play on. Bit slippery now. A few players dropping it as they adjust to the weather. Looking to go backwards to go forwards. About 20 metres backwards, but finds a mark. The switch is on. Sees something he likes right through the middle of the ground. Joseph Parkinson. Good teamwork, good communication. One person smothers, the other one collects the ball. Soroka, forward line, forward 50. And now the defence trying to get it out of their defence, but kicks it along the ground. And eventually it will be a free kick. Gone the way of the Southerners. The crowd happy with that one. The Tigers players not so much. Jack Omade. 1-2, back to Wim. Out wide. Good mark. Davis with some good hands. Every time I say good mark, seems to be him taking him. Thompson, centering kick. Pinella's there. Goes to Quaife. Not too much movement for him, just thinking about it. Bit of a stoppage as we wait for an injury or free kick off the ball. Looks to be a free kick, so Quaife had the ball on the wing, but looks like it's a bit of a undisciplined act. Something happened off the ball. Didn't quite see exactly what happened, but it's going to result in a shot a goal for Daniel Kabasi. He's a bit ginger, walking back to his mark. A couple of players not happy with the Tigers for giving away that one, so it could definitely be just a push off the ball, probably something like that, but it is going to be Daniel Kabasi taking his time, waiting for the blood rule to come off. Okay, back underway. Dan Kabasi with the right foot, he seals it. So that's a goal to the Southerners, and after a good opening few minutes for the Tigers, some hard work to get 2 goals in a row. Gets a little bit undone there by an ill-disciplined act off the ball to result in a goal to the Southerners, but still some time, of course, in this one to go. 7:13:55, plays 5-1-31. Nearly 10 minutes played in this third quarter, thanks to Taliesin Lithium. Back underway, another slinging tackle. The umpire said he'll just have to sort him out. Again, taking their time. The umpires just making sure everything's in order. Want to take back control of this match. Another stoppage.
Come on, boys, get out of it!
The Tigers working their way through the middle of the ground. Taken out after the kick. It's going to be a free kick downfield. Quaife with the ball. Wants to play on quick before the Southerners' defence can get sorted. Was he thinking of having a shot? Big kick. He can maybe make the distance. Bounces just before. Punches it out to keep the ball alive instead of costing his team a behind. There was Wilson. The pressure's on now for Southerners to get it out of their defence. They do well. They have to go backwards for an uncontested mark, but they take it just to relieve the pressure a little bit. Probably the right idea there by the Tigers. A bomb into the goal square. And Wilson saving a behind, trying to go for the full 6 points. Boundary throw in. Quaife thought he kept it in. Was not to be. Brings it back in now, the umpire. Cleared away by Jack Giancono. And now Thompson. His kick smothered. And right in front of the Ute there with the crowd watching is going to be another stoppage. This time a last possession rule. For the Tigers to bring it back in.
Roll back, guys. Roll back, guys.
And another stoppage, but this time about 10 metres from the 50-metre line for the Tigers' attack. So if they can find a clearance here, would be a dangerous inside 50 right along the boundary line. Goes out again. A few stoppages in a row. Clearance from the Southerners, from the ruckman. In that occasion, Sprigg. Still some work to do. Dumping tackle. Gives away the free kick. Goes away of Tom Bendotti. His kick not quite the best. No mark for either team. Bit scrappy from both. Still a bit of a 50-50 ball. Clean from Edwards, but runs out of room. And a bit of words between the two captains there, Seaton Thompson and Liam Edwards. A big contest here, huge kick forward.
Cody, you had to call someone out.
By Ben Kabassi. Still alive, Cody Jasper. Inside the forward line. Good mark. Good leading pack mark and good leading mark there by Luca Davis. Luca Davis coming in now for the kick from about 50. Over the top of everyone, touched on the line. Can't add to his already 2 goals for Luca Davis. Just the 1 point added, another behind to the Southerners. Jed Edwards with a kick along the wing. Marks it right on the boundary line. Plays on quickly. Soroka trying to get on the end of that one, but cut off. Cody Jasper with a chance now for his team. He's the one that got the inside 50 earlier. Could go inside 50 with a big kick, but instead goes a bit shorter. And now the inside 50 comes. Can they find a mark? Yes, but not the attacking players. The defensive Tigers finds a mark instead. Thompson works hard to intercept that one. Maybe a bit of a throw, but play on into the defense of Tigers, who get the ball first. And Thompson is there again. Back underway with a boundary throw-in. A good goal there by the Southerners. 8-14, 62 plays 5-1, 31. 20 minutes played in the third quarter. I know we got a bit of a connection issue every now and again, so apologies for that. We'll keep up to date to try and make sure you can see what's going on in this game. But 31 points, the margin to the Southerners with intertime on now in the third quarter. A few stoppages in a row, but the umpire sees something he doesn't like. Bit of a ruck situation there, so it's going to be a free kick to the Southerners as they look to get an inside 50. Big kick. Tricky mark this one. If you can take it, great mark. Ben Kabasi with a huge mark in my opinion. Came in hard and strong and kept his eye on it the whole way. Bit of a diving mark as well. And like I said, their top goal scorer hasn't scored yet. 21 goals so far in the season. 10 last time in round 13 of 2024 against the Tigers. Kick coming in now. Starts wide, keeps going wide. Might be still in play actually. Now goes out for a boundary throw in. So not bad result considering the kick to have a boundary thrown in a very dangerous position for the Southerners. Looking for a quick snap. Can't quite find it. Another big tackle by the Tigers as they scramble to get it out of their defence. It's going to be a push in the back. Zach Johnson, the vice captain. Very short kick sideways. See, something like good kick. Very clever kick there. Only as far as Jared Johnson, who plays on quickly. back live with you guys as the Tigers get a goal. And again, a much needed goal, just staying in contention. Still time for them to come back into this one. 8:14:62 plays 6:1:37, a late goal as well. Nearly 25 and a half minutes played. There's been a lot of goals in this quarter. 2 goals to the Southerners, 3 goals to the Tigers. So definitely going to be a bit more added extra time. We also had a blood rule and another bit of a stoppage, so it's going to be a bit of a longer quarter. Wouldn't be too much longer left, you'd think. Great running there by Sarcero. Finds a target inside 50 as well, so not only finds is good with the running and just as good with the kicking. Kalen Sprigg looking for his second. Left footer comes in. Another good kick by him and a great goal. Just getting back that goal that they just conceded. So returns that one quickly, and it's going to be back out to that 31-point margin.
That's good.
Back underway. Taps it down. Free kick, says the umpire. It's probably going to be another inside 50 for Southerners. Over the top, another whistle blew. This time a free kick to Callan Sprigg, the goal kicker from just a minute ago. 2 free kicks in a row, and there's the siren, so he's going to have to kick it after the siren. From about 50, a massive kick if he can get this one. Coming in now, the left footer, we know he's got 2 today. He likes it, on the line, touched. On the line, so just the 1 point added. 32 points, the margin as we head into the 3-quarter time break. Hopefully we can get the connection all sorted for the last quarter here at Pemberton Oval. But a good contest overall, good high quality football. 10-14-74 plays 6-1-37. We'll be right back.
I'll say it went down.
Get him going, closer!
I thought you were staying on. Yeah,
quickly to the UK and
Fourth quarter about to get underway here at Pemberton Oval. 31 points to the margin, I believe. The score gave that goal at the end of the game, the end of the quarter to Sprigg, but I believe it was just a behind. So 31 points. As we're back underway, the Ruckmen go at it, tapped over. The Tigers still in this one, I would say. Outside chance. They'll have to kick the first goal of this last quarter. And with defence like that, it's going to help. Good tackle. Quickly, thanks to our sponsors, Archie's, Dartfish, Filming Footy, Classic Clashes, Custom Bow RTC, Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, and Kimberley Accommodation Group, as well as our major broadcast partners, Taliesin Lithium. Bit more about them in a second. Thank you to them, Taliesin Lithium. Comes back to where it came from. The Tigers now attacking straight through the middle of the ground. Dribble kick. Trying to collect it. Not quite, but now he does. Kicks forward. Inside the 50, but to nobody in particular. The defence have to be good. They are. And they're looking for a mark to clear it out defence. Over the top. Just couldn't take the mark. Play on. Over the line. A bit rough. And the umpire does pay the free kick. I thought so. He wasn't very happy with that one, Joseph Parker, but I thought it was a bit rough. He just pushed him over the line for no reason. Gives away a free kick. And now with a quick counter attack. Big inside forward here. Tigers hanging on. Drops the ball. No free kick given. Still scrambling to bring it out of defence. But it will be a kick. Just too skinny, just the behind. Another behind added to the tally of the Southerners. They look for their fourth win of the season, currently sitting in fourth with a 3-3 record. And the Tigers yet to register a win this season. Have played one less game, however, so got that in hand, but we'll need to get the first one here and stop the Southerners scoring from this attack for any chance to find their first win. Pinelli puts his body on the line and gets rewarded with a high free kick.
Watch your side, lad. Boys, you got one more. Sassy. Go, Lucia.
Zach Johnson
Hey, boys, get off the oval. Hey, spread out. One down there, one in the
going towards the wing and again over the boundary line. So not a bad result as Southerners look to get repeat inside 50s. The Tigers trying to counter attack if possible. The inside 50 does come. Maybe the shot at goal actually. Over the top of everyone. He likes it. Great goal. Great goal there. Just extends the margin even further. Quickly, we'll talk about our sponsor one more time. Taliesin Lithium. Just a little bit about them. Headquarters in Perth, and they're a global leading lithium production since 1983. Proud to support the global transition to clean energy, and equally proud of its contribution to Australia's economy. They contributed $853 million to local, state, federal governments and invested more than 7 million community projects. So thank you to them for being the major partners of this stream. We could not do without them. We could not bring you this great game of footy without them. So thank you once again, Taliesin Lithium, as the inside 50 over the top. Couldn't quite take the mark. Davis still alive, looking for the soccer kick, just rushed behind. So Tigers hang on to not concede again.
Will. Good Benno. Will, at his feet. Fire, fire.
Big kick out of the defence. Well done, Braden Wilson. He's been in their best today, I'd say. He's been in their best 3 of each of the first 5 games, so definitely a consistent player for them. There he is again. Good mark taken down the field. Jed Edwards. He's been in their best 4 of the 5, so definitely their key players getting involved in this final quarter. Quaif. Big, high, long kick. Good mark in front by the defender there. Tyson Jacob. Another one that's been the best players according to Play HQ a lot. 5 of the 6 rounds for the Southerners, and you can see why when he helps out in the ruck, goes in defence, takes a massive intercept mark like that. 5.5 minutes played. Bit of a fumble, but does well to recover. Long kick. Looking for the quick snap, Davis. We saw him kick one similar earlier. Now the snap comes, but it's going to be through Sprigg. Round his body. Just a behind. So could not add to his goal tally, Callum Sprigg. But a good effort from the big man. Good kick in. Another strong effort there. Taken cleanly. Tigers inside 50. This is probably one of their best passenger plays all game. From the kick in, a few good marks in a row, and even when they don't mark it, just finding their way forward. Clean with the possession, clean with the kicking, and finds its way into the hands of the dangerous Adam Edwards, who already has 2. 40 points margin, 7 minutes played in this final quarter. It's going to be Adam Edwards with the kick. Straight as you'd like. The umpire doesn't move at all. His 3rd. And the horns are beeping because the Tigers have found a goal in this 4th quarter, and probably their best passenger play all game. They're definitely showing glimpses of Tigers. I know they haven't won yet. They might not go on to win this match, but there's some really good signs for them. Their defence has been solid all match. The Southern have to work hard for their goals, as you can see from the 10-17. And when they go quickly, when they get inside 50 quickly before the defence can set up, and they've scored a lot. They're accurate, 7-1. They get a bit of momentum. They get a few inside 50s in a row. It goes a long way of them kicking a few goals. And they're efficient. They probably losing the inside 50s, as you'd imagine with that scoreline. But when they go inside 50, almost every time they score. And I'm impressed with their accuracy. The Southerners, though, by Luca Davis, he's been one of the best. A goal. A goal for the big man. Another snapped goal as well. He scored a snapped goal earlier in this match when he was about almost 30 metres out straight in front. This time about similar distance, but more of an angle, and still finishes truly for Luca Davis. His 3rd for the match. I did miss a goal each in terms of who scored them while we had those connection issues, so hopefully he's on 3, but we can look at that after on the Play HQ if needed. But overall, great game by him and by the Southerners. Wilson with the inside 50 for Tigers. Falls just in front, couldn't take the mark, but does well with the second efforts. The soccer kick off the ground, intercepted. The handball to the opposition. But it's still a chance here. Fighting hard for Aaron Hodgetts. but he gets tackled hard. Is it going to be a free kick? It will be. In the back. Hodget's rewarded for effort. But the kick to a bit of a 2-on-1 situation was always going to get our mark there. $40 points to margin. Finding Luca Davis. 10 minutes played. The goal scorer from a minute ago. Plays on quickly, sees something he likes. Just couldn't take the mark in front. Played on. And now the ball falls to Kai Jasper, who handballs it backwards but sees something they like forward. Picked up by Ben Kabassi with the left foot. Now the snap comes. Goal! A great goal there. I believe it might have been Thompson. But a great goal nonetheless, and just extending that margin. The Southerners have played 6 games this season on a 3-3 record. They'll move to 4-3 after this match, but a good game by them. Definitely some things they can work on, and coach Alex Kabassi, player coach of course, will work on those throughout the week, but I feel like they're going to be dangerous whoever they come up against. They've got a good balance, good defense, a dangerous forward line, but Tigers have a dangerous forward line when they go in front. Out on the full. Still stays 7-1, makes it look better, but that out on the full won't be good on the score sheet for him. The Tigers next week have Dean Mill, who are sitting second on the ladder, a 4-2 record before this round started. So another tough game for them, but they are at home, so definitely one to watch. As for the Southerners, they actually have a bye next week, so look for them to go all out in this final quarter, using all their energy because they know they get a rest next week. Good smother there by the Southerners. Like I said, using their energy. Pushed over the boundary line. This time was fairly. So it's just going to be a boundary throw in. Good to see so many cars sticking it out in this match. We've had some windy and wet weather, but they're still here supporting their clubs. Good pickup. And the Wilson again getting involved. One of their best this afternoon. Cut off by Jack Omaday, who's looking for the switch. Through the middle of the ground. Ball in contention. Good spin out of trouble. It fought inside the forward line. Taken out of it after he kicks it. Might be a downfield free kick. So it wasn't a mark, downfield free kick, but nonetheless they can have a shot at goal for Cullen Sprigg. He's had 2. Left foot kick, beautifully done. His 3rd of the match. .5 minutes played in this final quarter in the Tyre Power Managing Up League. Thanks to Archie's Dartfish Filming Footy Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, Kimberley Accommodation Group, and of course Taliesin Lithium, our major broadcast partner. Could not do them without them. Ben Kabassi with the clearance, soccer kick nicely off the ground. Clever move there. Smith. And now the kick comes, but cut off. Oh, just couldn't take the mark. Thought it was a good mark there by the defence, but not to be. The centering kick to Callan Sprigg. Clever kick. Wasn't afraid to go about 15-20 metres backwards, but a much better angle, and saw the dangerous Callan Sprigg, who just has a bit of cramps it seems as he tries to stretch that one out. Has 3 goals, looking for his 4th. The left footer coming in now as the rain gets a little bit heavier, but the goals are raining down too as well, as Callan kicks his 4th despite the cramps. He's probably looking forward to the bye next week.
Just after this ball up. Go, Pinwheel. Go, Penny. Take a goal.
Back underway. Again getting involved there. Ben Kabassi still hasn't scored a goal. Makes its way into the forward line of Tigers, but free kick. The rain getting heavier. The switch just couldn't take the mark in these conditions. But this time they do on the wing. Getting involved, Kabassi, Ben. Callan's again there. No mark taken. Jacob playing forward, he's very versatile. Seen him in ruck, seen him in defence, now he's playing up forward. Tigers have a bit of work to do. Find an intercept, find an uncontested mark. And now along the other wing, tries to take a bounce, risky in these conditions, but does well. Long kick, one-on-ones down the ground. Wilson usually wins those ones, he does again. Now the mark, just in front, no mark taken, but second efforts are good. Gets tackled out of it, didn't have the possession. Looks for the advantage, but the ball was already dead, so has to come back to Blake Johnston. He chips it out wide to Quaif. And the forward line, good leading up play by Jed Edwards, but no mark taken. And now the mark's taken down by Luca Davis. No mark taken, actually drops at last minute. That's these conditions. Tigers bring it forward any way possible. They have a chance through Wilson. Just miskicks it to the left. It's going to be a boundary throw-in, so a good result in the end to keep the ball in the dangerous area for them. The kick from the boundary throw-in along the floor, so it won't trouble the goals. Wilson getting involved again, looking to find a quick snapper goal like similar that he just did. Still alive, long kick now just to clear it out of the danger zone. Jack Omaday through the middle of the ground. Tigers have the numbers, could be holding the ball. He wanted to hold the man. Instead it's nothing, play on into the forward line. A bit of a 2-on-2 situation, so they're going to have to be clean, both teams. Bit too afraid to tackle there. It was not. It did want to be holding the man. Does well to let go of him, but it is going to be a kick. And last line defence, Tigers just intercept that one. The goalkeeper. To Ryan Edwards. Over the top. "19 minutes played in this final quarter. The Tigers not giving up, still playing good football despite being a bit too far behind to mount a comeback. Nice flick on there. Good tap. And Kai Jasper centering ball right to the centre square, centre circle. To his teammate who plays on quickly for an inside 50. Big mark, not quite taken. And it's going to come the other way now. Zach Johnston sees something he likes but gets shut off quickly, so just reassesses. And now through the middle of the ground. Good running there, James Johnston, who goes out wide. A few uncontested marks in a row here for the Tigers. Again through the middle. Back where it came from, Jared Johnson. Goes out wide. And even further wide now. Ryan Edwards. Inside 50. Cut off by Tayton Smith. We play on quickly, the Southerners. Inside 50. Good mark. Burford. Liam Edwards, the captain. To the vice-captain, Zach Johnston. And the Tigers just chipping it around left and right. From one wing to the other. The Southerners are just sitting back. They're okay with them doing that. But they won't be okay with that. Quaife marking it. And they're finding a few marks in a row. Blake Johnston. But it's this final kick. They've really sat back now, the Southerners, just protecting their lead. Not afraid to let them have the ball. But as soon as it went inside 50, they cut it off. Smartly there. Professionally done by the Southerners outfit. Falls to Cullen Sprigg. Had a bit of cramp, but he looks good now. Swings around onto his left. Snaps it just to the forward line. They got numbers back there, the Tigers. Jesse Edwards. Not happy with his kick, but almost finds his teammate regardless. Right on the boundary line, playing around with it. Ben Kabassi, smooth. Cody Jasper holds it. Right near the bench here, they just ask him to hold it. Thought about Ben Kabassi handball, instead going himself. Big kick. Out on the full. The kick in not quite good enough, as it just quickly gets it back to the opposition team, and the Southerners are going to have a shot here. 22, nearly 23 minutes played. Decides to pass it, I think. I don't think that was a shot. It was a bit low. Does go out for a boundary throw in. A boundary throw in a dangerous position. Can they find a quick snap? The Tigers defense just clear it. Just high up in the air. Nobody in particular goes almost higher than when long and out for another boundary throw in. Jacob in the rock now, again being involved everywhere. Probably why he's beating the best 5 of 6 rounds. The coaches love that versatile type of player. Soccer kicked off the ground, looking for a second soccer kick. This time it is picked up by Joshua Soroka, who's involved again with the inside 50. Cut off by the defence. Plays on quickly out wide. Seaton Thompson being a bit more quieter in this fourth quarter when his team probably don't need him as much. Was very, very good in that third quarter. really set up the game, set up the victory for them. He's been in the best 4 of 6 games as well, so I assume he'll be there again. But there is the final whistle, confirming the result. 14-17, 101 plays 7-1-43. 58 points the margin here at Pemberton Oval as we conclude here for round 8 of the Tyre Power Managing Up League. It is the Southerners getting the victory in probably what an expected victory in terms of the result, in terms of the ladder positioning coming in, but the Tigers really put up a good effort, only losing by 4 points at quarter time, and pushed hard, got the first 2 goals in the fourth quarter to really try and push for a little bit of a mini comeback, but it was not to be in the end. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. Check out all the other games on Filming Footy. We have live games on there all the time from all over Australia. I've been Jared Gosson, and congrats to the Southerners who pushed to a 4-3 record with a bye next week. As for the Tigers, they can take a lot out of this game and definitely come back stronger. But thanks for watching and have a good night.